Hey y'all, it is Paula with Hillbilly Orchids. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. I'm trying to get these videos done before my shots wear off. Sad but true. This is what I have to do. I got a couple of shots in a pain shot and a steroid shot to hopefully get me through this weekend. And I have to make an appointment for the spine center. So I have to go see them, I guess, to see what to do about my neck and see what I can figure out. Like I said, I've never had it to where I've been weak in my hand and my last 3 fingers are numb. Never had it to that extent, so it's kind of scaring me. So I would take all the prayers, all the good vibes, all the well wishes, send them my way, guys, because Paula's scared. And like I said, I do apologize for getting all emotional. The emotions come genuinely, but they are accentuated by the steroids. So steroids make me weepy and make me very emotional. But I mean, it's an emotional time frame with everything that's going on. I'm scared, I'm nervous. So yeah, this kind of happens. But anyways, as what we do is we dive into our plants so that we can try to make ourselves feel better. And that makes us feel better, other than I have to look up at it and it hurts. Yow! It really does hurt. But that is the beautiful Richard Mueller Exotic Orchids crossed with Richard Mueller Valley Isle. Very nice. Very, very nice. I like her. See how she is pinkish when she opens and she changes colors as she ages. That's the Richard Mueller in her that does that. Of course, she's both, so she doubly does it. So her colors will definitely be different as she fades. But she is progressing and got a lot more buds to come out. That's going to be a real nice spike this time. I'm probably going to have to prop it because you can see the blooms are getting quite heavy on it. Then beside of her, sadly, the Purpurata concolor is kind of going over. So yeah, she is not looking so great right now, but boy, it was a sheer pleasure that it was a first time bloom for me. I'll insert pictures below it there for you so that you can see exactly what they did look like. Beautiful, absolutely. Whew, I gotta bring my neck down, guys. It was really that was a beautiful concolor Polterema. Came from it was breeding by Stephen Christofferson. It came from Stephen Van Camp and Lewis. He sent it to me, and it's Laelia Polterema concolor, which is Lobata Jenny crossed with Purpurata Tanguara. Tanguara is an awesome Purpurata. Love to have my hands on one of them if I could get it. Anyways, the second biggest news here that I'm super stoked and excited about is those buds progressing out of the sheath right there on my Blossfeldiana. I can't wait. Stephen had sent me, Stephen Van Camp and Lewis sent me pictures of his in bloom right now. His plant is so much more mature than mine. So once mine gets to be as good as, and as good and as big as his plant is, mine will look that good too. But I'll see if he minds if I use it, and if he does, I'll put in a bloom picture here what his looks like. Phenomenal, absolutely. So mine's only going to be 2, it looks like. I did take a picture with a flashlight, and it looks like the one that was in the middle, it looks like it'll blast. It was one of those little leftover ones, So can't wait for that up and coming event. Down here, I don't see anything coming about right now. Like I said, wasn't able to really get into these guys. I had to just kind of spray them and go with a wing and a prayer. The last bloom fell on Cool Owl's treat, and her spike is done now, so I will be cutting that spike off. Hated to see her go. She really, she come from Justin's Orchids and More, and yeah, she really hung around for a while this year, and I was thankful. She really extended her blooms. Schilleriana here is looking a little worse to wear, curling up a little bit, but this was the last bloom on her. Scent so wonderful, absolutely wonderful, and like I said, she didn't really get her soak this time, so that's probably a lot too with why she's curled looking. I hate that I can't properly care for these guys right now, but I just can't. Of course, up there is the Golden Sunburst. Still got her spikes out, and looks like a couple of them are going over, but very nice. This one's a very low, like baby powdery kind of scented one. Very nice scent. I love the scent, but yeah, she's pretty decent in the scent area. She is a nice golden color. She's very bright and sunshiny right now, which is good. I mean, it gives you something to look forward to. Then speaking of bright and sunshiny, we have Richard Mueller's Golden Tang right here. Another bright and shiny one, but of course way up high, so it kills my neck. I'm definitely gonna have to go lay down after this. But yeah, she's up on the upper shelf too. But yeah, her blooms opened up this weekend, and that is Golden Tang. Wonderful, absolutely. Looking through here, my Purpurata's got her big new growth going up through the top of the, is that Purpurata or is that Hardiana? I think that's Hardiana, actually, Michael. I think that's that Hardiana you gave me. It's tags right there, I think. Yeah, that's Rex. Yep, that is the Hardiana. So I got to keep an eye on that one. I'm gonna have to find someplace new to move her, because that new growth is just phenomenal this time. It could actually be a bloom growth. So yeah, next time I water, or if things transpire, I'm going to have to bring her out of here. She no longer can fit in this area. A lot of them can't. I've got this Richard Mueller. That's the Richard Mueller white one. Yeah, she was held up by by the light. She hit the light and then hit that pot. But I got her free now. Yeah, some of those get to be a little taller, then I have to find someplace else to move them. It's a good shelf for, meantime to get them grown up. But once they start growing up, then you got to move them because they get big, and they get big leaves and big blooms. And still nothing happening on nice big sheath on Pamela Harrington on that nice big purple growth. But other than that, nothing else is going on with her either. So, let's see. I'll try to, down here, I did redo everybody. I did fix a lot of the violets. So they're kind of not so happy looking right now, but they'll pick back up. I did make another little tree here for pinguiculas. You see that one's right there is growing on that. I need to water it. Yeah, it's definitely a little dry, but I did it sort of like my ping pot over here. That ping pot's taken right off. So but yep, that's it down there. So hang tight and we'll go across the room and see what's going on over there. Alrighty guys, as things would have it, I haven't been able to get up there to see if the new sheath on the Wurkowseri is doing anything, but the old sheath is definitely over back there. And I told you last week that the Mishima Blue Elf, her bud came off there, but surprisingly he doesn't look great. His color's all gone. It's all pale looking. A little bit of spots, but yeah, Richard's Bonanza still here. Still here. Definitely I need to spray her a little bit. She's definitely dry, which these guys will be. Like I said, I barely got them just sprayed with the edge of their pots. Lone Star Blonde has her 2 blooms this way so far coming out on her, looking good. Psychopsis is still working on her bloom up there. Then down here, I haven't really got to spray anybody down here either. I did take these guys, the mounts off, and got them to soak. So, yeah, nothing I can really see that's going on in here as of yet. I do need to spray them a little bit. It's so muggy in here when that stinking fan's off. Diachia hendersoniana is going over. You can see her bottom blooms are dripping, what do you want to say? Trickling, dripping, dropping. Yeah, they're definitely done. So, but she's really a phenomenal little plant, honestly. Really cutie. Then, of course, believe it or not, she's still here, Final Blue. She definitely is not that color when you look at her out away from the pink lights. Let's see if I can get her out without making too much of a mess, which I doubt it. You know how my luck goes. I'll tell you, I don't have good luck at all. I don't. Anyways, over here, yeah. She is starting to have a little bit of wear, you know, you can tell. Like I told you, I cracked her lip there somehow. But absolutely thrilled. She's beautiful. I love this one. So glad I have it in my collection now. She is very high scented and just a wonderful addition. She's not a big plant, as you can see. She's very compact. Very compact. Then hanging beside over here is my biggest ghost. My biggest Dendrophylax lindeni. Looking pretty good. She's got these 2 nice new growing tips over here on this side. So she's doing well. I need to spray her though. I do need to give her a drink. She pretty well hangs up on the light, so that's why she kind of sits right up against Final Blue there. Which didn't really work out that way, did it? Because that needs to be in front of her, but I'll have to figure it out when I get the video done. Then over here on this little plant, you see, trying to watch. I don't want the light to burn that, but we have a first time bloom spike on Florida native Encyclia timpansis semi-alba. So I'm super stoked to see that. I bought a compot of those a while ago off of the Orchid Geek and split them up. I actually sent Rick L a pot of them, and I still have, I can't remember if I sold any at I might have sold one at the fair when I went to that talk in Flatwoods. I might have sold one, might not have, but I still came home with, I still have several because I split up the compot. But then the second newest thing is going to be this one, which I need to watch her as well, as I don't want her laying against that light, and I don't want her getting stuck in that. Anyways, this is that, let's see, maybe I'll turn it around. You can tell the one is getting kind of red in color, so it probably won't be too long for them to be open. But that is the beautiful, it's called Procativola Maui's Yellow Stars. It is Richard Mueller crossed with Key Lime Stars. So it should be interesting to see that new cross. And I don't see anything else really going on in there for now. Like I said, I did get these watered last week, so I did get my hands on them. And it's just going to be a matter of time to see what happens from there. So, trying to watch and not get that. Gosh, I just don't know what to do with her. No way I set her. Sorry, I got you guys just putting you everywhere because I'm not paying attention. Trying to get that bloom to where it's not up against the light. There we go. And I'm holding you with my bad, weak arm, so that's why you keep going down, down, down. Yeah, there's nothing else going on in through there, pretty sure. So, yeah. Move this little guy out of the way somewhere. Over here now, we have, we still don't have anything going on here with, Mammy Akasuta Volcano Queen, and nothing going on with Yuko Ito Volcano Queen. So still waiting on them. We'll see what happens, transpires from there. These guys are still here. These beautiful orange bowl. They're looking a little more flared looking, as you can tell. Definitely. But they're still here. Looking pretty good. And I do believe that is it. Down here is the baby shelf. And everything's still about the same on there. So, what do you guys want to... I'm going to go back over here and look. Y'all, as tough as it's going to be, I'm going to try to do Yellow Tang here by Richard Mueller to say our goodbyes for part 2 of the weekend walk around. So, if you guys could like, share, and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And I do have paid and free subscription. The choice is up to you. The paid subscription just helps my channel out, that's all. If you can't do that and you just want to do a super thanks, I would really appreciate it. So, that will do it for this week's weekend walk around. So with that said, I do appreciate each and every one of you beautiful, wonderful people stopping by and hanging out with me. And bye for now, y'all. Till we meet again.